Is it even up? Could be under maintenance. Okay, no, I think it's up. Wait, we don't have new banners yet? We don't have new banners yet. Alright, so this is going to be a short stream because I have to go help my mum with some stuff in about just over an hour. So we're just going to... I thought that there would be new banners in here, honestly. Let me have a look. How long is left? There are new... Yeah, there are new banners in 40 minutes. Okay, so we should... Do we just see them tick over, I wonder? I don't know. I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. Alright, let's have a look. So my cafe is closed. So we'll get that opened up. How's our volumes? They seem quiet to me. Alright, let's sell what we can. We need this. Got some fish. Got some fish. Alright. And we need this. And we need to swap these guys over. Yeah, as you can see, I got a Chocola last minute. I filled the 50-50 as well, but she showed up shortly after, so I'm pleased about that. Because I did a little swipe, and I do mean a little swipe. So when I lost the 50-50, I was like, I knew this was going to be one of those games where I regret every penny that I spend in it. And then the next day I logged in, and outside of pity, she just showed up out of nowhere, and I was like, ah, okay. That's feeling better. So that's not bad, right? We were late to the party. Okay, we're a month behind everybody else because we were late to the party, and we managed to get... Hang on, where's my characters? We managed to get Scarlet and Chocola both to level 60. I ended up getting Yunpai as well. I really like Yunpai. I got 2 SSR Yunpais, but I don't know whether this one is originally a 4-star and I've just ascended her. I have no idea. I like this one though. This one looks amazing. She just looks so good. Yeah. Be about an hour, yeah.
We're going just now.
I know.
About 25 to.
Yeah, I know.
11 o'clock yesterday there, so I'm going to go in and see
just
this
mute
out
the
for
mic.
one task.
See you in a bit. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll be ready. Yeah, crazy times. So, I'll tell you what, it's one thing after another. So basically the family dog died a week or so ago. So that was kind of heartbreaking. Now my stepdad got diagnosed with bloody... Well, he never got diagnosed with cancer, but he had like a tumor removed, and they said it wasn't No, it was cancerous, but then they did some tests after the removal and said, okay, yeah, we got it, but we still want you to go and get some chemo. So he's going for his second round of chemo today, so that's why I need to help my mum with the shopping and stuff. Hello, Alexandria. I've been helping my mum with shopping anyway because my stepdad's not, his health, like, rapidly declining and stuff. Today, no cam, no mic. We've got a mic, you should be able to hear me. No cam, no, yeah, because I literally just woke up and I feel like shit and I've got to leave in an hour. You should be able to hear me though, right? But yeah, just tons of stuff going on right now, you know. Really dead dogs, cancer, it's just a lot to deal with. So I'm helping mum with shopping in about an hour because we've literally got no food in the house because she's just been up the hospital non-stop, and then it was the vets before that. And I've been trying to do, so I didn't stream yesterday because I've been working on these core systems for like future upcoming games, and I had a big massive problem with my key mapping. So basically the way Unity handles key mappings is it doesn't think about keyboard layouts. So what it basically does is it reads the key codes of all of the keys on the keyboard, assumes American keyboard layout, and so I built this entire system. Alright, this was so annoying. Let me show you this. I got a tune shader now as well. So if we go into my core systems, I built this entire system for input icons, for keyboard and mouse, all of these inputs. We had a different version of those, and they were all wrong because they all assumed American keyboard layout. So when I was sort of, you know, debugging it with ChatGPT, and even ChatGPT couldn't tell me answer, but I did a bit of digging and I realized that you can basically broadcast these keys per character, which is the characters that you're inputting. So when I press a hash on a UK keyboard, it shows as a hash because I've got it set to UK, but in America that would be like a backslash. So Unity was sending it as a backslash. So when I try and retrieve the icons, so the way my system works, let me just turn core on. So the way my system works is when I remap keys, we use this scheme here. So if I want to remap that to hash, it's working now because this is what I fixed yesterday. I had to go and take all those 100 and something keys and I had to start again, and I had to go and make new icons, and I had to go and assign them all and change the way it all worked. But we're gonna have a light scheme and a dark scheme now, but it's working great now. So now when I press hash, no matter which country I'm in, it will actually show the icon for hash when we do like remappings and stuff for it. So yeah, my key rebind is working really great. I've got a tune shader now that you were just looking at, which is actually a reverse engineered Genshin Impact tune shader. It looks pretty good, so that's gonna let me do anime characters and stuff, so that's really cool. We've got anti-cheat, we've got online services. Oh my god, it's just gonna be so good. But I'm just so burnt out. It's been one thing after another. Oh, I'm just so burnt out. Yeah, my stepdad just kicked the bucket. Oh my god, sad to hear. So sorry to hear that. My mum is homeless and I have to adopt my sister. What the hell? And I have to lose all 31 teeth due to my mouth and throat cancer, supposedly. Jesus Christ. I thought I had it bad. Oh my god. That's a lot. That's a lot. Just reading that was a lot. Just reading that nearly made me pass out. Oh my god. Adopt your sister. That's even weirder. But I guess if your sister's ever refused to listen to you, now you can be like, listen to your new father and brother. It's kind of weird. That's so weird. Can you even legally do that? That sounds weird. I know you're not marrying her, but even adopting her seems weird. That's so strange. Because it makes me think of like if I adopted my sister. I've met my sister like twice. She's much older than me. She's from my dad's side. She lives in Australia now. I've only ever met her twice because, yeah, basically, she's on my dad's side, and their mother. She's always lived like abroad. She lived in Japan and then she moved to Australia. So she's only been back to the UK a couple of times. This is why I've only met her twice, and she's much older than me. So yeah, the idea of like me adopting her as as a child is just funny. Um, yeah, it is what it is. She's basically a stranger to me. Yeah, same with my sister, really. She seems nice enough, but I really don't know. Yeah, because I didn't grow up with her, and she's much older than me, and she's on my dad's side, and she's always lived abroad, pretty much. Well, when I was a kid, she was living in London, and she would have been like, that's when she was getting into the modelling industry, so she was like working age by that point. And this is when I found out she existed. I didn't know she existed before then. And then as I was like, yeah, we went to see it. Yeah, the first time I met her is when I was in college. Just as I started college, me and my dad went down to like London, where she was living, met her and her new kid. This is when she was married to a Japanese record producer, and then she moved to Japan with him. Quite a while. Then they got divorced, and her mother is not my mother, obviously, but her mother lives in Australia. So when she divorced her Japanese husband, she took her and the kids moved to Australia, and they now live in Australia. I don't think she lives with her mother anymore, but I know that's where her mother lives. So, and I was, because I've spent time with all of this estranged family, so I'm a bit weird, right? So I have two brothers from the same side of the family, and I've gone and lived with both of those. So in fact, you know how I lived in Exeter last? That's where one of my brothers lived. So I ended up living in Exeter to go and stay with him originally, and then I liked it so much I stayed there. And then COVID happened. I couldn't afford rent, so I just moved back here with my mum. But my sister's the only one I haven't lived with actually, but she's the one I know the least because she's always been like so far away. But I did say to her when my dad died and we were like together for the funeral, because I'm like that. I was like, you're the only one I haven't really gotten to know, right, Tracy? You know that it's probably fine to say now. You know that you're the only one I haven't lived with. I was like, I wouldn't mind living in Australia. I could see that happening. I was just like joking, winding her up, and she was like, "You're more than welcome." I would love that if you ever want to come over, just come. And I was like, "Holy shit!" I wasn't expecting you to say that actually, because we really don't know each other. But yeah, she basically the option is there if I want to go and stay with my sister in Australia. She said I'm more than welcome to, apparently. But I'm like, I don't know. It sounds fun, but I don't know. I've just got so much going on. I really just want to get into the game side of things, game development and stuff. But that also sounds like something I'd like to do at some point, because I really don't know. And I feel like I should at least get to know at some point. And also, having some time living in Australia sounds like it'd be a really cool life experience, I did manage to make 2 remotes today. That is my daily accomplishment. Well, that's better than what most people manage. Most people don't do a whole lot. Alright, so we got a new banner in 20 minutes, so that's kind of exciting, and I've got some gems saved up, so that's pretty cool. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm so burnt out from everything, but I enjoy doing this stuff, obviously, so that's the main reason that I do it. But also I realize, okay, so with me, right, what's basically happening right now is I'm basically living off my student loan, which is about to run out. I literally have, I think I just paid my last month's rent with what's left of the student loan. Also, they are now saying that they overpaid me because I kind of dropped out. That's a long story. I'm going to make a video about all this, just sort of reflecting on my life and where I'm up to and my plans and stuff. So yeah, basically I'm going to have to go back on unemployment, probably starting next month. And then they're going to, then it's they're going to start trying to pressure me to get some dead-end job. And I spent 20 years doing that, right? And here's the thing, right? So I became unemployed with COVID, and I just got my head down and continued doing what I do, which is my hobby of programming and making video games. And COVID kind of went on a lot longer than I expected it to. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, holy shit, my skills are just going through the roof here, because I've actually finally got time to get my head down and do this stuff. And so when I couldn't make rent in Exeter, I was like, okay, well, it's time to make a choice. Like, do I want to continue, like, and I never had money doing that. Like, all these dead end jobs ever gave me was debt, to be honest. It was like a struggle to make ends meet. I was always struggling to make the next, pay next rent and make ends meet, even when I was even working like 5 days a week. And I'm just not happy. I'm just wishing my life away because I'm just bored doing these conveyor belt jobs, and I know that I can do so much more. So I was finally happy when COVID happened, because I was able to actually do what I enjoy doing and what I'm passionate about, and my skills were like improving rapidly. So I thought, well, why don't I go live with my mom again, because that's the only way I can afford to do this. And we'll just work on our skills. We'll just see where it takes us. And yeah, looking back, it's been just over 4 years now, because it was just before Genshin Impact came out, right? So it's probably been about 4.5 years now. And 4.5 years is quite a long time to be unemployed. But I haven't sat here twiddling my thumbs for 4.5 years. Like, I have fucking done so much. And that's what I want to make a video on, is just talking about, like, what have I actually accomplished in the last 4.5 years, just to sort of prove to myself that I haven't wasted it, because I certainly haven't. So anyway, a year ago, because it had been like 3.5 years by this point, yeah, the government was kind of literally about to almost force me back into work, or otherwise you literally have nothing, you starve to death and you get no money, kind of thing. But I was like, well, what if I go back to college though? Like, I'm working on my skills, right? So what if I just go and do a game design course and go back to college? They were like, well, then you'd have nothing to do with us, but you'd have to go and get a student loan and blah blah blah. So that's why I went back to college, basically to just what I was really doing is buying time. All I was really doing is just, let's get the government off my back, so I can buy some more time to continue like this progress that I'm making. Because I can't do the dead end job thing again. I just can't. I did it for 20 years and I was miserable, and I just can't do that anymore. And this seems like the only way to do it. So yeah, that was a year ago. But now that money's running out, and so yeah, we're gonna have to go back on unemployment, I guess. See how long we can keep going for that way. But I need to find some solution. I don't know what it's going to be. I obviously need some way to get sort of money. So it'd be great if I could just make games, but games take so long to make, especially on your own. It's easier said than done. You can't just knock a game out in 6 months and then suddenly be successful on Steam. It doesn't work like that. It's going to take years and years and years. But I am getting there, right? This is why I'm making these core systems to support games that I can make that maybe can make money. Or another option is maybe open a Patreon and just try and be like, look, do what Pirate Software did, but I don't think I'd be as successful as Pirate Software. He already had it. He's already I think basically his dad fucking part owns Blizzard, right? So he's already a big shot. He's already born into the industry, and then he worked for Blizzard, and yeah, it can work for Pirate Software because people already know who he is. Nobody knows who I am, but if I could do something like that, open a Patreon and be like, look, here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to self-teach myself making games, but I need something to live off. If you want to see if I'm slacking, I stream every day. Come and check on me, which is what Pirate Software did, and then you'll see that I'm not just taking this money and spending it on drugs and hookers or whatever the hell, and you can see me work all day. But I just don't know whether anybody would give a shit, to be honest. So I don't know. This is where I'm at. I'm just I just don't know what the hell I'm doing, if I'm being honest. I know what I'm doing with Unity and games and stuff like that, but I don't know how I'm going to make ends meet. Do you know what I mean? Because my mum still needs rent, and if the government's no, you either work a dead end job or you get nothing, which is kind of where we were at last time, then I'm like, well, fuck, I'd rather just kill myself. And I know it sounds melodramatic, but I'm being serious. I did 20 years of that, and I wanted to fucking die the whole time I was doing that for 20 years. I guess worst case scenario if I did it part-time or whatever, and then I could continue doing my Unity stuff. But if I was forced back to do that full-time, I would honestly rather just kill myself. I'm not even joking. Because especially now that I've had a taste of when I can actually work on something I'm passionate on and develop my skills, being sat in a fucking dead-end, brainless, fucking repetitive job that I just don't give a shit about is literally death to me at this point. Especially now that I've had a taste of that freedom. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, look, I don't know if I can make this work because it seems like time is running out or whatever. Because I still need to, make rent. But, yeah, it's just tough, man. It's so tough. So I've been dreading going back to unemployment, but I know I've still got some time, right? Because I think it's like 6 months you get job seekers and nobody really says much to you. Then you go on this like harder scheme, which is like universal credit, where you have to sort of start, trying to prove yourself a little bit more. And this is how it went last time. And then I think that went on for like 2 years before they then send you this like fucking concentration camp. We will force you back to work, bullshit. Which is why I ended up going back to college. So I'm guessing if it goes the way it did last time, I'm probably going to have like 2.5 years before I need to worry about it. So I'm sat here thinking, okay, well, I'd better make sure that fucking 2.5 years from now, I find a way to support myself. Because when they turn the guns on me and they're like fucking work or starve, I'm gonna have to show them something and say, yeah, I'm fucking working for myself. Fuck off. I'm not gonna work in some dead end job again. Like, I have skills that I want to actually put to use, and I'm passionate about those skills. So I'll have to find a solution within 2.5 years, basically, that actually puts food on the table. Otherwise, I'm fucked. But I just don't know how to make money doing this, Like, I stream every day. I try to. But I don't blame people for not wanting to watch this because it's boring as fuck. But, like, this is me genuinely trying to, make something of myself, I guess. But it's hard, and I don't blame people for not wanting to watch it. But at least it shows that I'm not just slacking off, right? So if I can, if I can point some future unemployment girl or whatever, like some unemployment agent who's trying to get me back to work, if I can give her a link and say, go watch my fucking Twitch, go watch my fucking YouTube, you'll see that I'm not just slacking off. I don't know, maybe it could make a difference, but the world doesn't work like that. Everything's a flow chart, She'd be like, yeah, but when you get to this point, you've got to do this or this or this, and everything's so fucking black and white. I'm also hoping that AI might take over so many fucking jobs in the next 2 years that there might finally be some kind of universal basic income implemented, but I highly doubt it. Especially with the UK still being, like, in the UK it's still fucking illegal to smoke marijuana. That's how fucking far in the cave age we are. We can't even legalise fucking cannabis over here. And so we've seen other countries do it for at least 100 years. So our politicians are a bunch of fucking, oh my god, dinosaur fear-loving pansies. Oh, his dad was the wild guy from the South Park episode. Yeah, I remember him saying that. So basically, celeb dad. Yeah, exactly. So people already knew who he was. He was already on the map, right? And so I feel like no one's going to give a fuck about me if I open a Patreon, and nobody's going to want to give me money. Because why would they? I feel the same way. Trust me, between 140 hours a week and being homeless, I literally just take the emergency exit instead. Yeah, that's my biggest fear. And this is how crazy I am, right? My biggest fear of becoming homeless isn't necessarily the living on the streets part. The craziest part is the reason I fear being homeless so much is because I can't use my computer on the streets. Where do I plug it in and no internet? Like, genuinely, I'm like, I would live in somebody's fucking garage or even in someone's fucking garden as long as I could plug a laptop in and get it online and continue doing what I do. Like, and that's basically what it's come down to. Like, I just need to be able to continue doing this because it's the only thing I'm really passionate about. And I feel like I really am getting some, really good skills now. When I look back at everything I've done the last 4 years, it's fucking nuts. And it's stuff that even like, small studios struggle with sometimes. You see these games coming out. Like that input mapping system that I just made, for example. How many games do you still play these days that still don't have full fucking controller support? Never mind the ability to remap fucking controls and stuff like that. And I'm just one guy. So I think I'm more than capable, but it's fucking tough. It's so tough. It takes time, and if I get forced to work a conveyor belt job, then this is what I found last time, right? For 20 years, I never had time to ever do any of this stuff that I really wanted to do, and that's why my skills were kind of never really progressing at a good enough rate. So now I've had time, like I've seen, yes, just as I suspected, I can actually make my skills progress a lot faster and a lot better. But then the problem is, yeah, but how do we make money? Do you know what I mean? What do we live off? So it's like, ah, my God, why is there no solution? I just got on welfare. Everything would basically be screwed at this point, especially after the stepdad part. Yeah, sounds like you're also going through some tough ass times. Yeah, life sucks, man. Yeah, I do think that some kind of, I don't know why it doesn't exist already. I think there should be some kind of universal basic income. And especially with the way things are going, right? Like, I wouldn't mind so much. Like, this is the thing that annoys me, right? Because, like, my boomer parents seem to think... Because they don't know, right? The boomers ate up all the fucking money. So the boomers think, oh, you go to college, you get one qualification, then you get a career for life with tons of benefits and really good wages and everything's cheap. And you can live a prosperous life and own, like, you know, 2 houses, 16 dogs, 4 kids. And like, I look at my generation, I think, are you fucking joking? Like, I could barely make the mortgage each month. You just can't do that these days, and there's no such thing as a fucking job for life anymore as well. And the colleges are so fucking corrupt. I mean, this is why I dropped out of that college, because it was a fucking joke, that game dev course that I actually did. It's an absolute joke. Yeah, and the world just doesn't... I feel like it just doesn't work anymore, unless you're, like, you know, super lucky and you're born into some rich business already, nepotism kind of thing, you know, or I don't know, or you at least need a partner so that there's 2 incomes coming in. But yeah, me living on my own as a single guy and then trying to pay the bills, it just wasn't possible. It just wasn't possible. I couldn't even fucking make rent and stuff. It was ridiculous. 1,500 a month, food, stamp, cloth, voucher, medical card. Yeah, we can call that idealism, exactly. Imagine if you just popped off as a game developer and then they came out with AI game dev tools like a year later. No! Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, who knows, right? Who knows? That's the thing. Yeah, even yeah, big like programmers and stuff are worried about that kind of stuff because it's just so... It's evolving at such a rate that they're like, well, are we going to need a job anymore? I don't think it'll go that way though. At least where it's at now, you really have to know. It can definitely help, and it's helped me a ton. It really has. I've learned a lot through ChatGPT, but like you still have to know the basics and the fundamentals. What ChatGPT's been good at is sort of just like showing me different ways of doing the same thing, right? Like quicker shortcut syntaxes, and I don't know. Sometimes it's made some things clear to me that I wasn't quite sure about. Yeah, sure. But you know, you can't just say, "Hey, make me fucking Spyro the Dragon." You know, like they're claiming on. I've seen something on the internet where they're claiming they can just do that. No, you can't do that. The thing can barely fucking handle like basic stuff. It certainly can't do that. But I feel like it might get there one day, yeah. And I think they're actually integrating it, which is what I said they should do. I think the next, so I'm using Unity 6 Preview now. In a few days, I think in a couple of weeks, it goes mainstream. And I think that's going to have their Muse AI built into it so that it can look at your project files, which is what I said they should do. And it's going to be able to sort of assist you while you're in there making projects. Yeah, like once that gets good, it's going to be fucking awesome. But then, you know, will it ever get to the point where you can be some dumbass kid who knows nothing about game development and then just say, I want a waifu game with titties? And it's like, yes, sir. Now, there's no way AI right now would be like, oh my god, that is so sexist. If you're going to have titties, you have to have big throbbing penises as well. Otherwise, you're just sexist. So here you go. Here's your big He's your big barbarian man with a big throbbing dick. Enjoy! Woohoo! That'd be great. And then they'd be like, "No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want the waifus." Oh, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it whether you want it or not. That's so funny. However, I'm pretty sure companies are holding the next gen shit behind closed doors. I don't know. I used to think that, but I don't know anymore. You might be right. Like, because I think when they first make a breakthrough, they get that out as quickly as possible because it's like a fucking rat race, right? It's like the tech race. But I think you're right that, like, once they find a way to make money, if they find those, like, incremental improvements, they probably do hold back so that they can sort of milk it as long as possible. But yeah, the initial breakthroughs, I think they get out as quickly as possible, right? Because otherwise somebody else is going to beat them to the punch. But if you look at history, right? Like, look at the internet, right? The first search engines were not the successful search engines. The first web superstores were not the successful superstores. Like if you look at all the biggest companies like Google, Apple, Amazon, none of these were the first. There was tons of stores, online stores before Amazon. There was tons of search engines before Google. There was tons of fucking, you know, I don't know, whatever you would call Apple, computing companies that make computers before Apple. Like, I feel like getting there first isn't always a sure sign of success, right? So I'm not even convinced that OpenAI is going to remain the leader in this AI thing. I think they were just first there. Some twat will probably come along who has more money than them or whatever, who's been like, ha ha! Look at this, bitch. We've got a bigger, better one, and now everyone's using ours. Because that's basically what's happened. If you look historically in the past, that's normally what happens. So, like, Epic Games or something's probably making, like, AI Fortnite. Something shit. Some fucking thing. Epic AI or whatever. And then they'll just drop it like they drop the mic, you know, like, hey, here you go, guys. Boom. Mic drop. This one does everything OpenAI struggles with, and then we're all using that. I don't know. Could happen. To an extent, I imagine right now AI voice technology would be China's focus. Do you think? And all the universal things like AI restaurants or AI taxis. Yeah, I think the driving side of things is probably going to be one of the last things to change because it's such a hard problem to solve. And obviously you can't fuck with people's safety by, you know, having autonomous vehicles on the road until you know without a shadow of a doubt, you know, that they're ready for mass consumption, mass deployment. But yeah, I don't know. Because people thought that the creative jobs, that's the other funny thing, right? People thought, oh, the creative jobs will be the ones that never get, you know, nobody can replace people and creativity. And then what's the biggest thing to fucking come out is AI art. And all the artists are now like, I'm useless. It'll all balance out. Oh, they always do. Yeah, I can only do so much. But you've got to think of it like a typewriter, right? Like if you were like a calligrapher or whatever in Japan, and then you see the computers and the typewriters come out, you'd probably think, oh well, there goes my fucking job. People can just, you know, type whatever they want now. You know, they don't need to pay me to make beautiful text for them. But of course, people are still going to pay you for beautiful text because if you're getting married and you want a big banner saying I'm getting married, you don't want fucking typewriter, fucking, you know, courier sands, you know, above your fucking chapel or whatever. You're going to want something looking a bit fancier. So, like, you know, there's always going to be a place for that. But yeah, a lot of the like generic stuff, like sometimes you just want, you know, a document banging out or whatever, and you might have paid somebody to write that with ink once upon a time. Yeah, those guys probably either need to learn to type or they're out of the job. But that's just like an efficiency thing, isn't it? And I think that's mainly what AI is going to be used for, is like and that's what it's used for now, isn't it? Like an efficiency thing. It's more of a tool to just help people do their existing jobs, which it, you know, sometimes it's good at, sometimes it sucks. Did you see the clip of AI taxis in California? No, I didn't actually. I might have to have a look for that. To be fair, my friend said he would commission an emote set for like $100 per emote. I made 2 in 4 hours for free. Yeah, you gotta watch that though. I get it, right? Because you're passionate about it and you're good at it, and that's nice and everything. But at the same time, like, yeah, you've also got to be kind of business savvy as well. Don't be giving it all away for free. Don't be giving it all for free. Because, yeah, you gotta eat too, right? Okay, so we've got 258 of 154 energy, so we're still overflowing on the energy. We took care of orders. Okay, my main objective now for main story, which is currently time getting me, I need to 5-star 18 pieces of gear, which is a lot. Okay, so if we go to the gear, by gear I think it means equipment. Okay, I need to check to see what I'm missing actually. I think I'm missing some crit sets. So let's just sweep the crit sets actually. Okay, so 2 is 40. How much do we need to spend? Well, we need tons of this to use as like fodder. Well, we're over 100 over right now, so we need to spend at least 120 just to get out of the cab. So I'm going to do like 160 for now. Right, how many gold did we get? Are you seeing this? This is worse than Hoyo. Oh my god, this is so much worse than Hoyo. Look at how many runs I did. I got 1 fucking gold piece. Now I need the fodder anyway, but that's fucking ridiculous. I did 8 runs and got 1 gold piece out of it. That is bullshit. Like, yeah, okay, Hoyo sucks because you can never get the fucking stats that you want or the right set or whatever, but you at least get 1 gold for every fucking run. And it doesn't go any higher than this. This is like the max. That's fucking ridiculous. 1 out of 8 runs got me a gold piece, and it's probably a piece I don't fucking need. Yeah, that's kind of shit. Yeah, why do they always they always go too far with these gacha games? They get too stingy. I never understand why they do that. Because at a certain point, that's when I'm just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I can't be arsed. Like, I don't want to spend my life playing this. Well, my whole goal of learning the AI was to make girls with brown hair and blue eyes. That was basically it. Oh yeah, I don't know if you missed it, but Coraline in Snowcomb is going to be real. Coraline? I recognize the name. What the hell is Coraline? Yeah, I haven't... You know, I uninstalled Wuthering Waves. I just couldn't be fucking arsed with it anymore. I actually uninstalled Wuthering Waves. And I haven't logged on to Snowbreak in days. I've been so busy with this stuff though. So, and I've still had... So I had to get my anniversary rewards. Yeah, I wanted to get my anniversary rewards from Genshin yesterday, so I did that. That only takes like fucking 10-15 minutes though. And then Zenless I played a little bit of last night. Because I really want to get Bernice when she comes out. But that's basically it. I haven't touched any of the games. I haven't had time with all this Unity stuff. And it just hasn't been really engaging enough to stream, to be honest. Tetris Girl. Oh, is that the one I want? No point. This patch is dry as the Sahara. Yeah, I just didn't really have much incentive to go back. Once I got the character, I was like, eh. Do I really care? I normally log in and sweep it, but I would if I had the time. I've just been so fucking busy. I've made tons of progress though, but I'm also feeling kind of burnt out, to be honest. What am I doing? I was looking to see whether the new fucking piece... It seems like I always get the same bullshit piece, which I don't need. Ah, man, this game sucks. So I need a new crit piece collar, which I can't seem to get for love nor money. So only piece missing off Scarlet. These two aren't crits, so it's whatever. I need to see what are those. One's a crit damage piece and one's a pen set. Okay. And then I need a healer mouthpiece, which I can't seem to get. Jesus Lord Christ. That's crit. Another crit collar. So I need 2 crit collars. A pair of crit glasses. Oh, we've got some crit glasses. Okay, we've got some crit glasses now. Chocola. She's my new girl, isn't she? Yeah, she's my new girl. Okay, so crit rate, crit damage, resistance, armor pen, crit damage, or endurance. Oh, double crit damage. That's pretty nice. Let's go with the double crit damage one. Okay. Level that as far as we can. Ah, we've run out of these. Core? Is that where I normally get it? Oh yeah, that is where I normally get it. Alright, I'll buy some of those. Colleen is the girl you play Tetris with, redhead android petite. Oh, you play Tetris with... I thought you meant the Neptunia girl. Because I was thinking... I don't know why Tetris made me think of Neptunia. Because I was thinking like... Futury. Wasn't it like a Futury Tetris game? I don't know, my brain's fucking dead. Yeah, oh, I'm not that hyped then really. Because I want... I think her name was Skeg or some fucking thing. I don't know. She just reminded me of a Neptunia character, and I really want the game to go in that direction, to be honest. I want something a bit new, but I don't know. I just don't think we're going to get it. Is Caroline... I think, do you just like the character, or is there a reason I should also be hyped for Caroline? I don't know. Because, yeah, I know we get the Tetris blocks off her, but who is she? Like, I don't... Other than that, I don't know anything about her. Like, who is she? Like, why... Why do we care? She's based, she literally says in the story, this is an adult swimsuit party, no pipsqueaks allowed. I almost shit myself laughing. No, the busty mature woman is just boring, so anything else is great. Also, she is funny. Yeah, I'd rather have a new character than just another fucking life and another fucking catcher and another fucking, you know, like, oh my god, stop already. Like, Honkai Impact's the only game that gets away with that for me, because they make their characters so vastly different. I really wanted the new Therese, but I couldn't get her. Teresa. That new Chibi Therese is so fun. You just jump around with your hammer and like fucking smack them around. It was so fun, but I can't get her. Sat there. She might get a rerun, and I could probably pick her up during the rerun. Crit rate, that's better than that. I don't want received healing. It's quite low though. Go on, we'll leave it at that for now, because we're getting low on these. We're getting low on these. Oh my god. Pregnant Maid is so OP. I kill a boss and get 1.1% with her. And I have her third worst gun. Akio, yesterday I got 2 star, today is 3 of them. What was that? You got 3 new characters. Akio over on YouTube. Yeah, so I have to go out real soon because... Wait, what's this? Oh, we got new characters! The new banner's here! The new banner's here! Ah! She has a cute little flying cat. Okay, let's do the trial. Oh, we got 2! Ooh, who do I like most? I mean, she's kind of cute, right? But she looks kind of badass, to be honest. Alright, let's find out. Oh, new characters! Yay! New characters. Oh, she's got little butterfly wings. Yeah, I think she looks more interesting actually, and she's the one with the flying cat. All right, okay, let's try her out. We get to see both of them here actually. We can see what they do. Let me just remove that so I can see what they do. Okay, so this one deals 272% attack as damage to all enemies. She's AoE, baby. Oh, I think I'll go for her. And inflicts energy barrier for 3 turns on the primary enemy target you lock onto. Enemy barrier, unable to gain SP. Or she can deal 102% attacker's damage to one enemy and seal the target for one turn. Sealed means they're unable to use any buffs for a turn. And then this girl does 96% attacker's damage to all enemies. They're both AoE. Oh, and stacks curse on targets. Now, that's kind of what Yunpai, whatever her name, does. So I've already kind of got a character that does that. I don't know what colour she is, though. What colour is she? She's red. Yeah, she's also red, though, Yunpai. So she's basically just the same as a Yunpai. So I think if you already have Yunpai, you don't need her. Deals a set amount of damage based on attack and indirect damage boost reduction effects. Wait, what's that? Deals a set amount of damage based on attack and indirect damage boost reduction effects. It sounds like she'll reduce the damage. Deals 80% attacker's damage to one enemy and removes 1 SP from them. Deals 102% attacker's damage to one enemy and seals. That's the same one as before. Alright. I think the butterfly one's the most practical. Oh, look at how cute the little cat is! Oh, she's so cool. I recognise that voice as well. That voice has definitely been in other games before. Why do these devs put a global chart? Just someone say, fuck this place, it's a crap game. Oh yeah, time to uninstall. Well, don't, because that's what I want to. That's one of the next things I want to work on. You see, I want to be able to understand how to implement a chat room in my games for my online games, because these are just all things that I haven't ever tackled before. So whenever I can think of something new that I don't, and I want an inbox as well. I want to know how to do like in-game mail for all players. Yeah, I think I definitely recognize that voice. Who's that voice? Wait, what? I don't understand what is happening. I'm getting these storm tickets, but I don't know what I do with them. Okay. Emergency lockdown. Okay. Event concluded. Right, let's have a look at the new banners. Really like Frisher too much. The only thing I learned from Snowbreak chat is people really like stickers and Frisher. Ah, yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I've never really found a global chat that useful, to be honest. I think also for someone like me who's learning, it would just make everybody realise that nobody's playing my game, right? You could have players to make a chat, unless you want to make fake chats. What is this? Friend request. Okay. I just want to try and scoop up. Okay, I don't want to do that right now though. I just want to scoop up any last gems that I've got available to me. Alright, we've only got about 10 pulls though. Oh, it's only her? It's only her, so there is no choice. It's her or nobody. So I wonder if that other girl is like, is coming soon or whatever. I don't know. Alright, we can do a 10 pull. Right, let's start with a 10 pull. Oh, I see what it's doing. Right, okay. Shut up, woman. Right, let me just turn her down. She's really annoying. Oh my god, why won't my fucking keyboard turn the volume down? You know where I think I've heard her before? It's probably Art. She sounds like Artery Gear. No, actually, you know what it might be? It might be Honkai Impact. Third. I definitely recognise that voice though. Alright, here's our 10 pull. My head's splitting and I have to wait 7 hours for midday stream. Good grief. Whose stream are you waiting for? Minami. Okay, this is all trash. We already know it is. Okay, we don't have enough for another 10, so we're just going to have to do singles now. Alright, let's go. She got 2 pals too. Butterfly girl with 2 pals. Yeah, she looks awesome actually. I really hope I can get her. Okay, so far not so good. And we've got 1 left after this. Yeah, I think this is our last attempt. Trash. Alright, we just got a load of trash basically. But we are 64 away from a 50-50 now. So I guess we just gotta grind, right? And see where we end up. Okay, so let me recycle all that trash because it's all trash. I probably won't get another one of her constellations. Oh, she's locked anyway. Yeah, we'll keep her for now just in case I get some more cons because I actually quite like her. I think she's like an event exclusive one from the last event. Just some guy I bought him a game to stream, so hope he plays it. Oh, yeah, I think I gotta go out in about whenever my mom gets back, probably in about 15 minutes, I think. Emergency lockdown. Should we see what the event is? Let's see what the new event is. Rabbit's Challenge. Okay, I can choose easy, hard, or challenge. We'll start with easy because I don't know what. I'm still a noob, really. Recommended power 60,000. Okay, I'm what 267. Okay, let's try hard then. Oh. Okay, so what's challenge? Alright, we can handle that. Ho ho! For a noob, I ain't doing bad. I can do the hardest difficulty apparently. Yeah, like I say I'm a noob, but I'm like a max level noob. Do you know what I mean? I only just hit max level on a full team. So like I am still kind of a noob. And none of their gear is fully leveled. And some of it's purple still. But like, yeah, my characters have hit max level at least, except for Triss. Triss is 5 levels behind. So I guess that's strong enough to do this. So let's see. I don't know what the enemies are. What are the enemies? The enemies are blue. So we'd be better off with more greens than anything. Yeah, I also don't have all my colours. We'll just see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. How do I close this? I've got to go back. Okay. And what's this guy? I want the guy who gives us a shield when we heal. That one's good. And then I can either go for Defense Shred. I think that's a good one. Or the one that just does a big attack. I'll go for Defense Shred. Alright, let's see how it goes. You always say you're a noob and then you become the top 1.0 player. It's funny you say that because I'm doing quite well. I'm a fucking month behind. I don't know how people are so bad at these games. I'm a month behind everybody else, and I'm like very low spender. The only thing I've really bought is the daily gem pack. I haven't even bought a battle pass in this game, and I'm not even fully built yet. But I think I just hit like the top 100 PvP in one of the game modes, but then I'm like 1,000 or 900. I think I hit last night in the other one, but because one requires more teams than others, that's why I think. But yeah, but I'm not doing that great in arena. Although I am rank B now. I just hit like, yeah, the second highest tier. So yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. But yeah, I never really care about PvP that much in these games anyway. It's exactly like archery gear PvP, as you can imagine. Well, it isn't. It isn't because arena's weird, right? Arena only runs like 4 times a day, and you both are actually there fighting each other in real time. So like you'll have like a countdown timer that gives you like 30 seconds to make your move, and then you'll be waiting for the other player to make their move, which is kind of annoying. But then there are other PvP modes that work like artery gear, where all you're really doing is you're just fighting some other players' teams that they've built, right? And the AI plays them basically. I prefer that one because then you're not sat around waiting for other players, and you can do it at any time of the day. And also the arena times for me are like super awkward. I think the first one is like at 8 a.m., which I'm barely ever up at that time. The last one's at 11:30 at night, 11:30 or 12:30, which is a bit late for me. And then I think one's like, I don't know, one's right when I go for dinner normally. And then I don't know when the other one is. But it always seems to be the worst time of the day for me. Although our clocks changed this month, so maybe that'll make things easier for me. I'm good, but I don't know how to build. I mean, it's if you've played other RPGs. Okay, we're not doing any damage to him. He must have some kind of gimmick that I'm not aware of. Yeah, he must be like invincible right now. Okay, he's got some fucking gimmick that I don't know about. I need to figure out what it is. Yeah, if you've played other turn-based RPGs, it's pretty much the same as the other ones. So you wanna take into account the colors, right? So if you look at these colors down here, this shows you what works, right? So red is stronger than green. Green, it's rock paper scissors, right? Green beats blue, blue beats red. So if your enemy is, what's our enemy right now? Blue. Ideally, my team should be mostly green, right? Because my green, and I don't have a green DPS here right now. Because I'm still a noob and I don't really have one. So that's the first thing to take in mind when you're going into fights and stuff if you're struggling. In terms of builds, you know, it's pretty much the same as any other game. You know, you want your DPSs to have lots of attack, crit, anything that's like, you know, damage numbers that's going to make them hit harder. And if you bring a healer, yeah, I got defeated. So with my healer, Triss, you've got to look how she works. So my healer, this is the one that everybody wants to use because she's the only 5-star healer right now in game. If you look at her skills, she actually scales off of attack. So let's have a look at her healing skill. So it says heals, there you go, heals all allies for 65% of her attack. So when you're building Triss, you want to try and get attack percent, this one, as much as you can. But there's also this other buff, healing boost, there you go, that's also going to make her heal more. So if you put a lot of healing boost and a lot of attack percent on her, then she'll heal more basically. Yeah, that one's massive, that one's cool as fuck. So this piece alone, this one piece alone is giving her like 10%, no, actually 15% attack buff, plus whatever these base attack stats are. So this piece is like a god piece for her. And then look at the set bonuses, right? This one is crit damage resistance 20%. So you want to keep your healer alive. So you want to go for defensive set pieces like endurance and healing and shield effect plus 10%. Whereas your DPS is like my, well, let's say Chocola. I've given her crit sets, which will give her 10% more crit rate, 20% more crit damage, and penetration 7.5% to get through shields. What is the highest character level? It seems to be wherever these are. Where is it? 60. Yeah, it seems to be 60. Yeah, because when you go to level up at 60, it just gives you an overview. You can't even do it anymore. Whereas at 55, it's saying, hey, you need to ascend her. So I need to do Triss now. And then when she gets to 60, she's maxed. But also make sure you do affection here so you can give them food. Get this leveled up. This gives them strength. And then they also have these outfits that you need to level. And level all of these because it doesn't matter what you have equipped. they share the outfit stat buff bonuses. So if you have 10 outfits for a character and you level them all up, then it doesn't matter which one you wear, you'll get bonuses off all of them. And then once you hit level, I think it's 56, let me go back to someone who's higher than 55, you get this Pathos weapon thing, which works a bit like, I don't know if you ever played like Black Desert Online or anything. It's like a honing system. You have a success rate, and at the moment mine's at 27%, and that'll go down with each level, but the more you fail, the more it goes up. So it's like a random number of times you'll fail it before you hit the next level, basically. It's really frustrating. But this gives quite a lot of stat bonuses as well. My main outfit level is 20. Yeah, so what you want to do is try and keep all of them at a similar level, because it says here, look, all outfit stats will activate regardless of whether they're equipped. So it makes no difference whether I take blue coat or purple coat into battle. It only affects her visually. She'll get the stats regardless, basically. So you can just, that's why I picked like Chocola. I got a new outfit for her when I got a like max ascended or whatever. So at first you think, oh, that must make her stronger. Yes, it does, but you don't have to wear it. She's getting it anyway. So I prefer the red dress because I just think it suits her more. So I've equipped the red dress, but she still gets the stats from the black dress, so it doesn't really matter. And if you bought this, but it was $15, so I didn't buy it. If you'd have bought this, you would have got extra stats off this as well. And obviously I would have equipped this one, but I didn't want to spend $15 on an outfit, not for this game. Even though it's nice. So I resisted right up to the last minute. Oh man, not the stupid time change. Yeah, I know. Thank God all my electronics do it automatically though, because otherwise yeah. There's only the battery analog clock on my wall that confuses me when it happens, and then I'm like, wait. That says it's this time. That's the downside of it, because it does it automatically. It doesn't really let you know. Like, you'll be sat there thinking, oh, you know, I'm quite hungry. Oh, it's only 11:30. I'll go and get some food in an hour. And then you go downstairs and you're like, wait, it's fucking 1:30? And then you're like, oh, shit, yeah, because that wall of the clock's still different or whatever it is. Okay, what are we doing? We need to make sure we're not maxed out. Okay, let's see. Let's have a quick look at PvP again. Okay, this is the one I seem to be pretty decent at, actually. 486,000 power. Oh, new rankings? Okay, so I can go and smash the shit out of these guys. Are you ready? Look at these losers, 123,000. I'm sure some of these have got to be bots, you know. But Akio, if you see your name on here, don't worry. Don't take it personally. It's just me talking shit. Yeah, and also, this is quite nice. So, because people will put... This is what you want to do. Here's my tip for this mode, by the way. Take one team that is weak as shit. Because you can sacrifice one win. Because it's the best of 3 rounds, right? Now, this is why I think this one's a bot, because nobody really builds their account like this. But let's say you did. Right, this is probably a bot, though. Let's say this... What normally happens is you'll find that most people put their strongest team, their second strongest team, and their weakest team. So you want to put your weakest team at the top, because you want to lose your weakest team to their strongest team. Now, you might think, why would you do that? Well, the reason why is because... Your strongest team can then, or second strongest team, depending which way around they have it, is much more likely to win their second strongest team, right? Because you can lose one. As long as you win the other 2, you can lose one. So this is the strat here, right? Basically, sacrifice your weakest team to their strongest team, and then make sure your 2 next teams up can beat their 2 weakest teams. And this is how I've managed to like massively rise in the ranks in this thing. Because most people don't understand that. So they're just putting their strongest in and then second strongest. And then I'm just going and fucking walloping them all. Alright, so I'm going to pick the top one on each one because it should be pretty easy to get quite high now that this is reset. Oh, we get lots of crystals for this as well. This is a great way to get crystals as well. So quick battle. Yeah, these are all bots, I think. Nobody builds their account like that. Nobody evenly builds every single character. That's not how it works. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are all bots. Yep, I still think this is a bot. So we're winning the top team. This is how you know we're so OP right now, that when your level 1 characters are beating their level 30 characters, that's when you know, okay, this is either somebody who's really bad at the game or it's probably just a bot. I think they're just bots. Like I said, nobody has all their characters at level 31. If they do, they're playing it as inefficiently as possible. That's such a stupid way to play the game. And they clearly don't know what they're doing. I use Chi the most. Yeah. Yeah, you want to have like one super strong team that you highly invest in. That would be this one for me. Although Chocola's now part of that team. And then you're going to need a second team for a lot of game modes. And eventually you'll need 3 teams. So like, yeah. And eventually you'll want like a mix of colours as well. So yeah, plenty to keep us busy, I guess. Okay, got some gems for that. We've only got 3 attempts left. Yeah, can I not get higher? Look at how slowly they let you climb. This kind of sucks, actually. Like, I could go so much higher than that. They're not going to let me, though. I got to work my way up through these stupid bots. Yeah, and this confused me at first because I was like, wait, is this bugged? How is it that my level 1 teams are beating their level 30 teams? That makes no sense. But I think it's one of these games where your overall power is like massively factored into it. So if you have lots of characters that are leveled, you will have, even your level 1 characters will have like a base buff that's probably stronger than their level 30s, right? So that's why. Okay, these are all level 39s and 40s. These are still bots, I'm sure of it. Sure of it. Okay, we've only got 1 more attempt left. Can't go any higher than 3,657. It is what it is. But this is how they try and get you to pay for refreshes, that's why. They do this on purpose. Because they know that you want the gems, and then they know that you can pay for refreshes with gems. So they're like, oh, you can go higher if you just give us some of your gems back. It's like, no. Naughty game. Not falling for it. We've got time. Just be patient. These games reward patience, by the way. All gacha games like that, always remember this about gacha games, okay? All gacha games will feed off the impatient. They will milk the impatient like no tomorrow. But if you just show some patience, and if you show enough patience, you can pretty much get everything you want. Sometimes that means waiting for a rerun. Sometimes it means skipping characters. Sometimes it means waiting until the last day of the banner. But yeah, if you're patient, you can get it all without spending a penny. But if you're impatient, gotta help your bank account. So yeah, that's how these games work. Right, so we've got a couple of pulls. Come on, girl. Flap your way into my life. Flap your way into my teams. Come on. Nope. What about this time? What about this one? Oh, purple! We got a purple! Probably someone we've already got. I think we've got all the purples now. Yeah, she's trash. Shut up. Get out of my face. Alright, let's try again. Crap. And we got one more attempt. Nope. But we've gone from 80 to 60. 80 to 60. And it'll probably drop when it's at about 50, to be honest. So really it's like we're 50 away from a 50-50. Which is no problem at all, as long as we just chill. Because she only just got here. So she ain't going anywhere for, I don't know, at least 2 weeks, I would think. Let's got some of those. Alright, I'm going to spend the rest of my energy because I literally have to go out in a sec. And I might as well... I need more gear anyway. So we want to go equipment stage. What did I say I needed? I needed crit damage more than anything, I think, didn't I? I think it was. Oh, I like this song. This song's really good. I'm just going to spend all 120 because this is my top priority right now, is getting my gear leveled. Are you kidding me? See this? Oh my god, this game is so awful. It's actually, somebody actually made a worse gear system than Hoyo's. I don't believe it. Look at this. That cost me so much energy. That I spent 120 energy and got 0 gold pieces at end game. That is scandalous. That is absolute trash. Oh, that is so bad. That is so bad. Now, it doesn't feel too bad right now because I can use it as fodder to level my gear, but once I'm at a point where all my gear is leveled and I just need new pieces, that's going to be really annoying. That's going to be super annoying. Alright, and then what you want to do with that is once you get your trash gear, you want to click salvage. Once you reach gold gear, this is, don't do this until you reach gold gear, then you can just auto select all the trash. I could probably salvage some of this, to be honest, because I think we've got too much. Anyway, then we get these chips back. And then we can actually level our decent pieces then. What should I prioritize? I really don't know. I really don't know, actually. It needs to be a gold piece so we can get it to 5 stars. Okay, this one's at 4, and this one's attack, so I'm going to do this. Also, we need to re-roll that. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. Oh no, we only needed a few more. I thought I heard my phone ring there, but I don't know if I was imagining it. Let me just go check outside real quick. I don't know if she was saying she was coming in or if she's just gonna ring me over. Okay, that's my energy going. No, I don't think so. I think it's probably just the music I can hear. Let me just go check though. Nope. It's just me going crazy hearing things. Okay.
to neglect the pain that lives inside your soul. Beneath the sky where I will be, hoping you are watching me. 'Cause you're the reason I still watch the moon shine the night. If I could find it in my dreams, I'd be quick to fall asleep. But I wake up to find myself right here alone. I can't turn back the time, so I cherish you as memories and keep you in my heart. A shade of love that paints the sky, colors a life we had, a life we shared, with hopeful dreams and memories. A shade of love, nothing leave behind. This piece of you that's left in me, a piece of you that I cherish in my heart. We say hello and then goodbye, not to know when it's the last. If I knew what I know, then things won't be the same. An endless possibility, you and I were meant to find all of the answers to the truth behind the lies. I can't turn back the time, so I cherish you as memories and keep you in my heart. I keep you in my heart. A shade of love that paints the sky, colors a life we had, a life we shared, with hopeful dreams and memories. A shade of love we leave behind. This piece of you that's left in me, a piece of you that I cherish in my heart. Sometimes we only want to see what we all want to believe, to neglect